Our mentor story this week is called The Night Tree, and we will be doing a compare and contrast of the Christmas tradition that this family in the story and your own family have. So let's read the story first, and then we will talk about family traditions at Christmas time or holiday times. This is called The Night Tree by Eve Bunting. And here you can see the title page. The family is getting ready to load up their truck, and they're off on an adventure. And here they go. On the night before Christmas, we always go to find our tree. We bundle up so we're warm. Nina's always wearing her boots that are too big for her. She has been wearing them all day. Dad sets our box in the back of the truck with the rest of his stuff, and the four of us squish into the front seat. We drive through the bright Christmas streets to where the dark and quiet begin. So they leave the busy, bright lit, decorated city, and they head out to where it's dark and quiet. Nina is almost asleep in Mom's lap when we stop. Are we there? I ask. And Dad says yes and rolls down the window so we can smell the tree smell. We scramble out. There are oaks growing here and alder and maples that are bare now and white in the moonshine. The pines and the spruces and the firs are green. Look at her I spying what she can see. This is called Luke's Forest, but Dad says it's not really a forest, just a nice forgotten place where our town ends. So the family goes out every year for their Christmas tree, which is in Luke's Forest at the edge of town. Dad goes first on the path between the trees, carrying our box and the big red lantern. Mama and Nina go next, holding hands, and I come last with the blanket. So Dad leads the way so that they can see where they're going. It hasn't snowed yet. It's so cold my breath hurts. The sky is spattered with stars, and the moon, but big as a basketball, slides in and out between the treetops. Dad's lantern sweeps ahead. Look, he whispers. We stop. A deer is watching us, and I see the brightness of its eyes. Then it turns, and it's gone. Here's our tree, Dad said. It's been our tree forever and ever. We walk around it, touching it. It's grown since last year, I say. Mom puts her hand on my shoulder. So have you. So the tree and the little boy have both grown. So have I, says Nina. Nina hates to be left out. So every year their Christmas tradition is to go to the same tree on the edge of town. An owl hoots deep in the darkness. There are secrets all around us. Can I put on the popcorn chain? Nina asks. She hops up and down and right out of one of her boots. Mom helps her get it back on. And why did she come out of her boots? Because she was jumping up and down and she was so excited, she jumped right out of her boots. Nina takes one end of the chain and I take the other, and we wind it around our tree. We've brought apples and tangerines with strings on them, and we hang them from the branches. It's hard to hang string loops when you have gloves on, but it's too cold to take them off. So they have brought from home all sorts of natural things to put on their tree. For weeks, we've been making balls of sunflower seeds and pressed millet and honey. We hang those too. We scattered shelled nuts and breadcrumbs and pieces of apple underneath for the little creatures who can't climb very well. Our tree looks so pretty. So again, the family's Luke Forest tradition is to go to the same tree every year and decorate it with all sorts of natural things for all the animals to eat. Mom says I should spread the blanket so we can sit and admire our tree. She has brought a thermos of hot chocolate. I take off my gloves and toast my hands around my warm cup. Dad turns off the lantern and we stay so quiet, hoping some of the little animals will come while we're there, hoping the deer will come back. But it doesn't. It's shy, Dad says. I'm shy too, Nina tells him. Before we leave, she and I get to choose a Christmas carol to sing. I choose "O Come All Ye Faithful." Nina chooses "Old MacDonald Had a Farm." That's not a Christmas song, silly, I tell her, but Mom says it's fine. And a very nice song too. We sing fast because there are lots of verses and it's getting colder. After the last EIO, we gather up our things and head for the truck. I look back once. Our tree has folded itself into the darkness, but I think I can still see it. Stars caught in its branches and the moon swinging lopsided on top. Nina gets tired and Dad has to wrap her in the blanket and carry her. I carry her boots. Later in bed, I think about our tree, and sometimes next day, when the aunts and the uncles and the cousins are at our house and it's noisy and happy, I let my mind go back to the Luke forest. I think of the birds having Christmas dinner and the squirrels and the possums and the raccoons and the skunks. And this is what I imagine. There might even be a bear because Dad says bears don't really sleep all winter. And if it's going to wake up, I just bet it would wake up for Christmas. Maybe a fox has come, stepping high on its thin, sharp paws, and they're all together singing their own Christmas songs on Christmas Day around our tree. So this is what he imagines it to be like. All right, so what you're going to do today is some writing and comparing. The family's Luke Forest tradition. You're going to write the family's Luke Forest tradition is to, and then describe what they did every year as a family. Tell me what they did, give some details into that. And then after you're done, you write my family's holiday tradition. And so I wrote, one of my family's holiday traditions is to open one gift on Christmas Eve. Everyone gets a new pair of matching pajamas. We drink hot cocoa, have prayer, and go to sleep, excited to see what's under the tree on Christmas morning. So I didn't just write one sentence, but I gave you some details. And that's what you're going to do for your reading today. Writing about the family's Luke Forest tradition and a tradition of your own. Okay, I'm excited to hear about them.